Hey guys, Eric here, and I have your NXT TakeOver R Evolution review. Before we get going, I just want to say this. If TLC can't even put on a fraction of talent and effort that these guys put on tonight, their show's going to suck. With that being said, let's get right into it. Pre-show, Corey Graves is on there, announced that he would unfortunately have to step down from wrestling due to injury, but he was going to be joining the main announce team. Good for him. I like that announce team a lot more than the three morons on Raw. We get into the debut with Kevin Owens versus CJ Parker. Kevin Owens, amazing. He he lit Parker up this whole match. It was nothing but just tenacity, intensity, power, no holds bars match. Running clotheslines, vaulting over tops, or backbreakers, power bombs, everything. Kevin Owens would easily go over. Like, it was a one-sided match. Um, awesome debut for him. Really looking forward to what they do with him in the future. We go into the tag team championship match. Lucha Dragons defending against the Vaudevillains. Very good match. Two very unique styles. The Lucha style against like the old-time strongman competition type, I guess. It was unique to see these two styles working against each other, but eventually it'd be Kalisto getting his Kalisto did Soul Finisher, I believe it's called, on one of the Vaudevillains, and that was the match. Pretty good match, not a very long match. I believe it was only about like 10 minutes or so, but still pretty good. Not the tag match of the night, but we'll get to that in a little bit. We had a 45-second match between Ty Dillinger and Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin came out to the ring. First, I hadn't seen too much of Baron Corbin, but I will say this: his entrance will probably give you a seizure if you have an issue with bright lights. But the dude looks like a beast, and for the record, when I say looks like a beast, it can mean multiple things. You know, big, muscular, tattoos. The guy, he looks like he could legitimately kill somebody. Um, 45 seconds into the match, just destroyed Dillinger. And then he had to stare it down with Bull Dempsey. Maybe those two guys will have some stuff going on in the coming weeks. Maybe at the next NXT pay-per-view. Which, by the way, thumbs up if you think NXT should have a monthly pay-per-view. I'm pretty sure if they were to have a monthly pay-per-view, then they could very easily help boost WWE Network sales. But that's just me. I'm just one guy. Let me know what you think. Then we get into the tag team match of the night, the Ascension versus Hideo Itami and Finn Balor. First of all, I want to say right now, I am very happy that they let Finn Balor do his Venom face paint thing, because that's his thing. His entrance was awesome. He came out doing what the boogeyman wished he could do. Come out and look scary and menacing. Like, no, that's what Finn Balor did. And he didn't have to do some stupid little jig and have to carry a smoking stick and antlers and a clock. He came out with himself. His movements alone. The guy looks like a monster. That's it right there. There it is, right there. Done, sold, finished. That's how you do character development. That's how you do a character. That's how you have personality without even talking. But amazing match between these two. Ascension did everything in their power to keep Hideo Itami from getting the tag to Balor. Oh my God, so many good spots in this match. Where do I begin? From the constant reversals to all these guys hitting their big moves, and I remember Ascension was getting ready to do the Fall of Man to Hideo Itami, then Finn Balor tripped him up, and then Hideo with those kicks for days. Eventually would go over. Balor hit his reverse brainbuster suplex, as they're calling it. Looks more like an inverted reverse DDT, but still, it looked pretty sick either way. Ended up going over. Amazing. First outing. Amazing. Sorry, I keep checking if people keep coming in. Sasha Banks against Charlotte. I have a lot to say on this match. I didn't think I was going to have a lot to say on Sasha Banks, but I will say this. She put on an amazing show. Both these women did. And seriously, clap. Seriously, great show. I would say almost better than Natalya versus Charlotte, but not so much. But in their own way. It's really hard to top that, but they did such a good job. Sasha was going toe-to-toe with Charlotte the whole way, and this girl was not afraid of getting dropped, especially from the top rope. Like, Charlotte was picking this girl up from the top turnbuckle and just, like, heaving her halfway across the ring. Not afraid to get beat up at all. And that's one thing I like about the show. No one's, like, there's a level of fearlessness that I appreciate. Like, in the beginning match, CJ Parker hit an upward palm thrust to Steen and, like, busted the bridge of his nose wide open. He was bleeding all over his face, but the dude kept going. Like, that's what I mean. Intensity. And that happened here, too. Both these women were going back and forth. They were, Banks was using Charlotte's submission special on her a few times, and not too many submission spots in this match, but inevitably Charlotte would go over, hitting natural selection from the top rope. And I say again, Sasha is not afraid to take the front bump. And I love that. I hate seeing people, and I know some people have an issue with landing on their stomach or landing on their side, but what drives me crazy is when people land on all fours, like some wrestlers who are too afraid to take the chest bump. But not Sasha Banks. She took that with glory. These women did amazing in the match. But Charlotte defends, had an amazing match. There was a standing ovation, but that pales in comparison to the main event, the match of the night. Adrian Neville defends NXT Championship against Sami Zayn. Guys, match of the year is tough, especially in NXT, because I'm thinking about all those matches Sami Zayn had with Cesaro. Like, there's so many good matches, but this is definitely up there. Definitely top 3. I'd say almost top 1, based on just how back and forth it was. These guys were hitting each other with everything. Started off a little slow. The crowd, the fans, plural, they were all over Sami Zayn. There was not a Neville fan in the house, it sounded like. Started off a little slow, exchanging holds, leapfrogging, handstanding, cartwheeling across the ring, and then finally they really got into the meat and taters of the matches. Best spots for me, when, someone was getting set up for an electric chair drop, and then Zayn reversed it, and it was Blue Thunder Bomb. I love that power bomb. I absolutely love it to death. Just the way he executes it is just flawless. Of course, and then I love his jumping between the first and second corner turnbuckles, and then he performed the jump spinning DDT through the turnbuckle ropes on Adrian Neville. Most of the spots, I gotta say, Zayn definitely stole the show on that one. I'm trying to think of more. There was a lot. When Neville was going up for Red Arrow and Zayn put his knees up, and then while Neville was clenched not too far away, he got him in the Koji clutch, and I was like, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. Neville did an amazing, Neville hit probably one of the best super kicks I had seen in quite some time. Go back and watch it. He ended up catching Zayn once with a super kick, and I thought he was going to send his jaw into the next county. But there was a spot toward the end where Neville got the belt, and he was getting ready to knock Zayn's lights out, and then Zayn ended up getting the belt, and and he was thinking, and everyone's like, will he pull the trigger? Will he finally do it? And everyone in the crowd is going, no, 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 no. And then what ended up happening was he ditched the belt, and then caught him in his exploder suplex into the corner turnbuckle, and then finally hit him with his Helluva kick, which I freaking love. Don't see that too much nowadays. Not since 2000s. Since the early 2000s, have I really seen anyone really use that kind of the Yakuza kick? I guess it was once called, but he hit it clean. And then of course, 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn is your new NXT champion. Guys, match of the night. This pay-per-view gets a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10. It was awesome. I don't care if it was 6 matches long. I don't care if there was a 45-second squash match. Every single thing about tonight was done perfectly. Everything. Everyone had a chance to shine. The newer talent was finally cycled in. You finally got to see Zayn win the big one. Steen debuts as Kevin Owens, and he has an amazing match. Finn Balor and Hideo Itami have their amazing match against the Ascension. Everybody had a chance to shine, and that was the most redeeming factor of this whole thing. I'm getting tongue tied here. It was that good. It was that good. Um, Spoiler alert if you didn't stick through the very end. Zayn gets carried several times. They actually had to bleep out his language because you could visibly see this guy was so excited. He was just swearing. They had to bleep him out a couple of times. But right before they cut off for the night, you see Kevin Owens end up power bombing him into the corner of the ring, like the edge of the ring. It looked pretty nasty. So setting up a feud with these guys, so excited. Like, even if we got a fraction of what we saw tonight from just those two guys alone, it'll probably be some like main. It'll probably make like top spot for next year, and it will probably happen in just January. So, guys, amazing show. If you don't have the network, I highly recommend you get it to watch these guys. This is where the talent is, and hopefully, when all this gets cycled through, they end up going over to the big show or like the main show, and I'm excited. Like, there's a lot here to be excited about. NXT TakeOver Revolution, or our Evolution, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this show... I'm going to give it a... Oh, what the hell. I'll give it a perfect score. I'll give it a 10 out of 10 because, you know what? It was not built up to be a massive show. It was built up to be a typical NXT pay-per-view, and it won on every single level. Perfect score, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Would have liked to see an extra match or two in there, but they're only given about an hour and a half to have like a 6-match show, and they did not disappoint whatsoever. So, guys, again, like words can't describe. Just go watch it. Just go. Stop what you're doing here. Quit writing your comments about how awesome Eric's video is, and go and just go and watch it. It was like the main event was worth it and then some. But yeah, thank you again. Thank you seriously for watching. Really means a lot. Like, comment, subscribe if you like wrestling stuff. I will be back tomorrow to do my my predictions for who will win WWE TLC and Stairs. Yeah, we'll get to that. Anyway, guys, again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later.